Ooh, okay. So first of all, I would like to thank you for your time and for participating in this oil study with us. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to introduce myself because I'm not sure if you know my background. If you do, bear with me. I will be short, very brief. So I am, of course, you know, my name is Deborah, and I am a natural health specialist. Okay, I am also a registered holistic nutritionist. I have other, as you can see, I have been in the natural health business for a while, and I do have a lot of qualifications in that area. However, I was never really drawn to essential oils. I just thought that essential oils were a little mystical, a little hokey pokey, and they were kind of, I don't know, it's just something that I never took the time to study it, to be honest with you, okay? And I didn't really experience it. So I didn't really take it into account. I did use a few essential oils here and there, but not for therapeutic use, okay? Not for healing purposes. It was really because of the smells and because you hear here and there that they are good. Some oils are good for this and for that. So I used it here and there, but I had no idea what I was doing until I actually needed to use it. And this happened when I went to Paraguay for a missionary trip with my daughter. And there I started to experience anxiety and sadness. I just couldn't control myself. I had a really, really bad headache that nothing was helping that headache. And of course, you know, the headache was triggering the anxiety was triggering the headache, and I just wasn't well, okay? I went through a lot emotionally where I was. So that played a huge part in my emotional area in my life that I wasn't ready. So I had a friend there that was using essential oils and brought a bunch of essential oils. And she said, Deborah, you have to try this oil. Just use this, go to your room, use it, and then in 10 minutes, let me know how you feel. And I wasn't very, I didn't have too much faith in the oils because I've never tried it. And my perspective of oils was just the smell, right? I didn't know scientifically really what that did to your hormones and how it goes into your body and how your body really reacts to it and how it really does wonders for your hormones. Anyways, I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I have nothing to lose and it's not going to harm me. It might not help me, but I have nothing to lose. So, little that I know, I took the stuff, I put it on me, I inhaled it, I did everything that she told me to do. 15 minutes later, I was a complete different person. And I just could not wrap my head around the fact that these oils did something to me. And how on earth did they do that? Because I'm used to, you know, I used herbs, medicinal herbs for years. And that is what I take and my family, and I recommend to all my clients are medicinal herbs, of course, with vitamins and minerals and, you know, all that. So I know the benefit and the effect that it causes in the body when you take something, right? Or when you're eating something, but I didn't know how powerful it would be for something like smelling and actually rubbing on it. But it was really because I didn't take the time to actually sit down and study and actually open my mind and experience it, because I was very comfortable with the herbs and the way that I have been living and working for so many years, because herbs are the number one natural medicine when it comes to really detoxifying and building your body, right? So, and I still believe in that. Now, what I didn't know is that the oils are taken from those herbs, except that when they extract it from the actual herb, it is way more powerful than the herb itself. And therefore, you see the results even quicker. Okay, I only came to realize that and know about it later on, okay, after I experienced it. So what happened to me there is I was just like, what is going on? And I promised myself that when I got back home, I was going to dig deep and really do my research and study my butt off to learn what are essential oils. What are the benefit, like scientifically, through history. Like I wanted to know the best essential oil company that exists and why are they so different. And because I used to be like, there are essential oils everywhere you go. If you want an essential oil, you could find it at Walmart. You could find, and it ranges from so many different prices. So I was just like, this is really iffy, right? So I really needed I dig deep. I needed to know all of this, not just for me, for my sake, and for my family's sake, but because this is what I do. This is what I do for a living. I take care of people that are going through mental illnesses, psychological illnesses, physical illnesses, that has physical illnesses, like mind, body, and spirit. So, I mean, I deal with people that have chronic issues, and I've been providing herbs and they were absolutely amazing. So now I came to know that there's something that even more potent and more powerful than herbs. I need the best out there. I need the best quality for my clients so they could reap the benefit of this product, right? In the end of the day, it's my name in jeopardy, right? So this is just for you guys to know a little bit about my background when it comes to the experience I had with essential oils and why I am so passionate about it, and for you guys to know where I stand too with essential oils and how I used to feel about the essential oils too, right? So yeah, okay, so today I want to just briefly talk to you guys about 3 cool things about essential oils, okay? So from out of all of this that I talked about, and after you're done watching this video, I want you to remember the 3 cool things about essential oils, okay? Because this is very important, all right? The first cool thing about essential oil is that they're 100% pure and natural. They are safe and there's nothing added to the oils. There's nothing added and there's nothing taken from these oils, okay? They're just simply pure essential oils with no side effects and no added. So they're safe for babies. They're safe for moms that are pregnant and breastfeeding. They are safe for the elderly. They are safe for your pets, okay? So basically, anybody could take them. So oils are extracted from plants that have amazing therapeutic benefits, okay? Like the ones that we were talking about, like the herbs, the medicinal herbs. So they're extracted from those medicinal herbs, okay? Now, one cool thing too is that the oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than the actual herb itself. That was like, when I learned that. So, for example, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. Okay? Take that in. 1 drop is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. 1 drop of oil. All right, so you see that they are very, very potent. Okay, so one of the things that caught my attention was their CPTG standard. So what that means is that they are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil. Okay, so when I started studying all of this, I was like, wow, this is like really, really interesting, because I too want an oil that is therapeutic, okay, meaning that they have healing, like strong healing properties in there to heal and help my clients to get better with their illnesses, right? And they are 100% and potent. Pure means that there are no foreign contaminants or fillers in them. Potent means that each plant was grown in the best part of the world where that particular plant grows the best. And this resulting in the absolute best chemistry for that particular plant to produce the best health benefits. So when you have the ideal natural chemistry, the essential oil does exactly what we want it to do for our health. This is the first cool thing about essential oil that you just learned. What is it? They are 100% natural and safe to use, right? So the second cool thing about essential oils is that they are very effective. They have the effective way of addressing the root cause of the health issue, okay, of your health concern. And how do they do that? Okay, so when you go to the doctor, for example, and you have an infection, what does the doctor give you? They give you antibiotics, right? So you take the antibiotic for approximately 7 to 10 days. And then most of the time you feel better, right? But that causes havoc in your immune system, because antibiotic literally kills everything, your good and bad bacteria, right? So it really decreases your immune system, right? Now, if you have a virus, right? If you're sick, okay, and you have the flu, you feel horrible, okay? You can't even get up properly, and you go to the doctor, but you only have a virus, right? You don't have an infection. What does the doctor give you? They don't give you anything. What they tell you is, you just have the flu, you have to go home, drink lots of water, drink some chicken soup, and just rest. That's all you could do, and it will go away, right? Isn't that more or less what the doctor said? So why does he not give you anything? Well, because most medicine, okay, are synthetic-based agents, which means they are water-based medicine and frequently comes with side effects and additives. So let me explain to you how our cells work. My dog. Someone just got home and he's just super happy. He's talking. Anyways, I think that was my husband. Okay, so I'm going to explain in a very simple, okay, like kindergarten version way how the cell works, how our cells work. Forgive me if you are a doctor and you are watching for my lack of medical terminology, because I just want to explain this in a very simple way so everybody could understand, everyone that's watching, okay, if you, with whatever background that you have. All right. Okay, so let's pretend that my fist, okay, my hand, my fist, is a cell in our body. Know that cells have oily membrane, right? So the cell membrane, what it does, it really protects the cell from, my son's singing, ignore him, protects from bad things coming into the cell and good things going out of the cell, right? Basically, it keeps all good things in and bad things out of the cell. Now, two of the things that are super harmful for our cells are viruses and bacteria. So bacteria usually form on the outside of our cell, and viruses duplicate DNA on the inside of our cells. Okay, all you have to remember is that our cell have oily cell membranes, okay? And bacteria is usually formed on the outside of our cell, and viruses are formed on the inside of our cells. Okay, now going back to, remember our story with the flu, and you went to the doctor, and what did the doctor prescribe to you? You didn't have a bacteria, you had the flu. What did he prescribe? Nothing. Why? Because viruses, now you know, it is formed on the inside of the cell, and medication is water-based, and water and oil do not mix, right? So the medication cannot penetrate the oily cell membrane to actually reach the virus and kill it. Now, essential oils are different because they're oil-based. They have the ability to actually penetrate the cell and reach the virus and kill it. They could work on a cellular level without side effects or addiction. Can combat bacteria on the outside of the cell, and they can prevent duplication of viruses on the inside of the cell as well. And that is why they are often more effective than modern approach to health problems. Now you know. Quick recap, the first cool thing about essential oil is that they are safe. And the second cool thing is that they are super effective. Okay, the third cool thing about essential oils is that they are cheaper. They are cheaper than traditional medical care, really. Most countries do not provide a healthcare plan that is free. You have to go to the doctor. When you go to the doctor, you have to pay. When the doctor prescribes medication for you, you have to pay for that prescription. When you reach the pharmacy, you have to pay for that medication, right? Now, if you are one of those fortunate people that has insurance and the insurance covers 100%, still, hear me out. Essential oils are still less expensive than the gas that you're going to put in your car to drive to the pharmacy, to the doctor, and then to the pharmacy to get your prescription. Not even counting with the day that you're going to have to take off of work to drive your butt or your kids to the doctor. And I also haven't taken into account that the medication that you are going to take, probably antibiotic or some kind of anti-inflammatory, is definitely going to damage your gut flora, and then you're going to have to spend more money to build that gut flora back by taking probiotics and then by adding more supplements and vitamins, because now you feel weaker because of the medication that you had to take. When we learn how to turn to natural solutions instead of relying on doctors and medication, for example, what if one of my kids have a ear infection? What I do is I grab my tea tree Melaleuca essential oil, therapeutic essential oil, and I pour a few drops on a cotton ball, and I put it inside his ears or her ear, and I actually rub the oil around the ears, and the next day they don't have ear infection, for real. And I do the same thing with my dog if I see that he's starting to have an ear infection. So you see how simple that is? It seems not to be true, but it works. It's very powerful. That saves me time and saves me money. 1 drop of essential oil is about 64 cents a drop. And you don't need many drops because they are very potent, very powerful. Okay, so that saves me a lot of stress with time and money. We save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs because of essential oils. You cannot afford not using natural solutions. That is why essential oils are cheaper than traditional medical care. I'll give you a very simple example of the ear infection, but I use this mindset. I always go first to natural solutions before I go to the doctor, before I take time off, before I go to the pharmacy, and it has worked. I'm telling you, it has worked for my herbs before, which takes a little longer. And now with the essential oils, especially these ones that are 100% pure therapeutic grade, they work so fast. It's almost instant. You feel it. I'm telling you, nobody in my house gets sick anymore. I don't need the doctor. I especially do not need harmful medication to treat whatever illnesses or conditions, symptoms that it may occur here in my household, because I really go to the core issue and I treat that core issue with natural solutions that literally gets rid of the bacteria or virus and builds your immune system at the same time. So you will not be prone in getting that later on. So it literally builds you up, okay? So now you know the third cool thing about essential oils. So what are they? What is the third cool reason? They are affordable and cheaper than traditional medical care. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the 3 ways that we use essential oils. The first way is aromatically, okay? Aromatically means inhaling, smelling, okay? It comes from aroma, the sense of the smell. Okay, let me explain something to you when it comes to smelling, okay? In here, we have the olfactory nerve, okay? And this nerve sends messages to the limbic system in our brain, which in turn sends messages to all over our body. Sometimes people think that it's kind of like hokey pokey, that oils does all of what people say it does just by smelling. And that's something that I used to think, because I couldn't wrap my head around, like, how are oils that great if you're just really smelling it? It's kind of like a little hokey pokey-ish, right? A little hippie-ish for my liking, right? But now you know what happens. For example, you probably have gone to the dentist before or had some kind of surgical procedure done. What do they do? The first thing that they do before they stick a needle into you, and sometimes they don't even have to stick a needle. So what they do is they put a mask on you. They put a mask with chemical smells in there to calm you down, to make you ooh, right? Because then you will smell it, and then the olfactory nerve will send messages right away to the limbic system, and the limbic system will trigger all that hormone to send the messages that you need for your body at that right time to produce the ooh feeling, right? So it's all connected. Now, another simple example. Have you ever smelled something and it just triggered, oh my gosh, this smells like my childhood. Like, this is when I used to go to school and we used to smell these things in class, or, oh my goodness, this smells like my house when I was growing up and my mom used to use this type of product, right? So there are certain moments in your life that is triggered by the smell. So smelling does something to our brain. It sends a certain signal to our brains. So by doing that, our brain releases certain hormones to the rest of our body, and it makes us feel a certain way. Now, essential oils, they have healing properties, which you already know, and some of them literally are so strong, like the eucalyptus and the peppermint, and there are hundreds of them, but as soon as you start smelling them, you will feel that your lung will just open up, that your airway passage will just expand, and you will start breathing so much better. And also, when you use it aromatically, it releases antibacterial properties in the air, and it cleans the air as well. That's why people use diffuser, okay? We put a few drops in the diffuser and it just sends that, that mist into the air, and it literally purifies the air. It cleans out, detoxify you on the inside too, because you're smelling that. You're not even paying attention to it, but it's going into your system and it's clearing up your system, detoxifying, killing the bacterias and the viruses, just keeping you at ease. At the same time, you are getting the proper message to your brain to send the right hormones. Okay, so we use it aromatically. That's number one. The second way we use essential oils are topically. So topically means on top of your skin. You put it on top of your skin. For children and for pets, or for people that have very sensitive skin, I recommend that you dilute the oils with fractionated coconut oil or almond oil, or just any natural carrier oil. It works the same way. It will be potent the same way. It's just so it is not as strong on the skin itself, because some people are very sensitive, and it takes a little longer once you dilute it like that to absorb. So it takes a little longer to absorb, but it works the same way. So one thing that you can do is apply essential oils on the bottom of your feet. This is so helpful, especially for children and small babies, pets as well, because the bottom of our feet has very large pores, and the pores absorb the essential oil really fast into the bloodstream. It's a great way to get the oils into your system really fast. Now, if you got a whatever sensitivity on the skin, like an allergic reaction or a mosquito or a bug bite, or you got burned, then you grab a particular oil that you know that will be very beneficial for whatever is happening on your skin, and then you could just apply right there on the actual place. So the second way we use essential oils, now you know, it's topically. The third way that we use essential oils are internally. So you actually take it in by mouth. Now, here's the thing. There are hundreds of essential oil companies out there that claim to be 100% natural, but you cannot ingest them. Why? Okay, we will get to that. But first, I want to say that these essential oils are not only just safe, but they are highly recommended to be ingested. Remember that I mentioned to you about the CPTG standards, meaning that these oils are 100% therapeutic grade. They are medicinal grade, and they are completely safe to ingest. Unlike most other brands out there, you could just put one drop. So here I have my peppermint. I love this. You could literally just open it and put one drop. Or if you don't like the taste or you think they're too strong, we also have veggie capsules that are empty on the inside. You just open the caps and you put like 2 drops inside, and then you just take it in if you don't like the taste. And we do have some oils like oregano, for example, that is super powerful, very potent and very strong, that might actually burn. You may feel a little bit of a burn. So we recommend to actually take it in the capsule. So with me and here in my house, like with my kids and my husband, we always take a few oils in the capsules every day. I could tell you more about it when we meet, what oils that I take to support my immune system and build my immune system and keep us safe from certain viruses and bacteria and all that. So because they are a bit stronger, we usually take them in the capsule, and we do this every single day. So it's kind of like really you are concocting your own remedy, let's say. Yeah, cool. Like once you get to know the oils, you could just play around with it, and you will see what type of oils that you and your family needs the most, and you play around with it, and you will see, you will reap the benefit forever. So now you know the third way that we use our essential oils. So let's just have a quick recap. So the first way is aromatically. The second way is topically. And the third way is internally. So I hope this was helpful. I have to apologize that it took a little longer than I expected to make this video, because I have things that I want to kind of personalize it, right? So I just don't want it to be like blah, 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 blah. I want it to be really from the bottom of my heart. But believe it or not, I have so much more to say. I really tried to make it as short as I could possibly have, but we will talk more. And if you do have questions, please feel free to message me, to call me. I want you to ask me questions, okay? And if I don't know them, we will find out together, because I believe that we never know everything. We should always have an open mind to know more and more, right? Have yourself a wonderful, blessed day, and keep using the oils. We will talk soon.